A chance to be special this early.
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
Now here's Leonard to the middle. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Leonard.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Now here's Morant. D right on him.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
So he gets them both. Beverly with the ball. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Asked about guarding Kawhi Leonard, he shook his head, saying, "It's amazing how he's grown from college to now. One of the game's most complete offensive weapons." Kevin, the flaw is really a tough task to slow down.
Thank you, David. Winslow's shot is off.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Shot by post. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Brooks dishes to Morant. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Nice shot by Brooks.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The three from George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Now here's Morant. Defended by Beverly. Now Morant on the wing. Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard against Winslow. Rebounded by Jackson.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot. from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's George. Following the miss by John Morant. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. George against Brooks. Outside Jackson. Dishes to Morant. The pass to Valanciunas. Yes, that goes in.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special. And Memphis throwing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over for the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in John Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Here's Ibaka. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Winslow, the pass to Morant. A floater. And no good. George with the defensive effort.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Now here's Winslow. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jackson kicks to Winslow. Back to Jackson. They grab their own miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Beverly. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Winslow. Memphis moving that ball around. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
George with the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers. Chance to check out stats for Leonard. Coming off a terrific season, 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now here's Winslow. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes to Morant. Valanciunas with the ball. Defended by Beverly. Winslow wide open. He fires and count it from 19 feet away.
And you have to love all the things Winslow can give you, scoring included.
Pass to Ibaka. To the inside. Stolen by Brooks. On the wing, Winslow. Memphis keeping it alive with a new 14. Brooks misses. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
The first one falls. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
That's tipped. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Kicks it to Winslow. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Winslow against Leonard. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Williams passes to Leonard. Shoots over Winslow. No good off the back of the rim. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Down low. Here's Morant. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Morant's got 6.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. The shot by George, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Winslow kicks to Morant. Clock at 4. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
And the level of concentration. Morant looked under control despite being under heavy duress.
Tries it from 19. And the shot is long.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Some nice passing there by Memphis. That one falls. 10 points for John Morant.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
From deep, Williams. Here's George. Out to Morris. They need this. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Out to Brooks. Pass to Morant. Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And already they take out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Williams. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it, working on Williams. He had a nice open look right there. Winslow's got his 3rd basket of the night.
His jump shot not fluid from deep yet, but Winslow nails that one.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shot's good by Williams.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Here's Jackson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Williams. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
I like this choice by Lou. Could try to take it to the rack, but sees he has the easy floater over the top.
Morant passes to Jackson. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Grizzlies have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the technical free throw is good. We got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Williams, and it's good for 2.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Leonard looking over the floor. On deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
What a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Williams, and it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. His 5th miss, out 2 for 7 from the floor.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers, and Kawhi Leonard. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a
that
play?
Unbelievable. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Fires the three. Kept alive. Valanciunas uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Williams against Brooks. Williams passes to Leonard. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Brooks kicks to Jones. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And they pick up 2. Here's Williams. He has 5. Now the pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. With the floater. He can't hit that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. George against Anderson. 4 on the clock. Excellent D there from George.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
He's guarded by Williams to the left side wing. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. A floater. No good that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Jones looking for an opening. Inside, Leonard with the steal. Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Passes it to Valanciunas. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. The dish to Brooks. Over Williams. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Brooks has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Right on the bucket. George has got 8.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Pass to Anderson. He dishes it to Valanciunas. No good that time. Clippers trail by 5. This one for 3. It doesn't go for him. He's guarded by Williams. Outside, Jones. Here's Valanciunas. Another shot. Can't get the layup.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And so here's Memphis. The Clippers getting the bucket. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Back to Jones. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. To the paint. And finished off by Leonard.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And the basket is good.
This is where you really see it. The skill set of Kawhi Leonard allows him to beat good defense.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
If the sky falls, I'm gonna catch you. It's destiny. I'm out here doing what I'm hoping. I need a chance.
Jackson, he's checked in for Williams.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Jang. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Here's the 3. Jackson misses. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On the wing, Winslow. He kicks to Morant. Over Jackson. Here's Clark. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Morant after the basket by Los Angeles. Jang with the ball. Dishes it to Clark. Shoots over Leonard. No good from Clark. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Jackson. Lets a floater go. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Clark, the pass to Brooks. Back to Clark. Shot from 12. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Kennard. Misses off the left iron. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Brooks outside. And the pass to Clark. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Clark kicks to Brooks. Jang, the pass to Clark. Leonard with the steal. To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Leonard's got 20.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely to stop the drought, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 10 points for Paul George.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Checked in for Clark. The Clippers also changing it up. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Luke Kennard. Jackson kicks to Zhang. Morant with it. George picks him up. Brooks with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Passes it to Zubac. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. The 9-foot shot. Yep, that one goes in there. Morant's got 14 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Now here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against Golden State. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and also 3 steals. There was a lot to like about his first 2 quarters in this one. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
I'm not surprised. Kawhi Leonard usually getting it done on both ends. Can give you 20, 30, 40 points a night and lock down the opponent's best scorer. True superstar, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Memphis.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push